All right, let's talk about something that controls so much of our lives: money. I mean, it's a tool we all use every single day, but for most of us, it never came with an instruction manual. So consider this the start of that manual. We're going to build it together right now. You know that knot in your stomach? That constant low-level buzz of anxiety when you're not sure about your finances? Yeah, we've all felt it. Let's be real. Money has a direct line to our stress levels. And it goes even deeper than that. Money can feel like this massive gatekeeper, you know? It dictates the jobs we can take, where we can afford to live, the chances we can take. It's basically the foundation of our personal freedom, or what can feel like a lack of it. And here's the crazy part. For something that is so critical to our lives, most of us were just thrown into the deep end without a single lesson. We're left to guess, we make mistakes that were totally avoidable, and we just end up feeling stuck. Well, that confusion, it ends today. We're going to build your financial know-how from the ground up, piece by piece. Here's how we're going to do it. We'll start with a new mindset, then look at the income/expense gap, nail down the most important first habit, and finally, lay out a clear strategy to guide you. So let's start at the absolute beginning, the foundation. Because before we even touch the numbers, we have to get our perspective right. It all starts with a completely new mindset. Okay, this right here, this is probably the single biggest mental shift you can make. See, most of us are taught to treat money as the goal. We just chase it, thinking, if only I had more. But the problem is, when money is the goal, you never feel like you have enough. The real power, the real change, happens when you stop chasing it and start seeing it for what it is: a tool. Think of it like this. Money is a hammer. I mean, you don't want a hammer just to have a hammer, right? No, you want it to build something. So when you see money as a tool, the question completely changes. It's not how much can I get? It's what can I build with what I have? You can build a safety net. You can buy back your time. You can build a life where you make choices based on what you want, not what you fear. All right, so once we have that new mindset locked in, we can look at the engine of all financial progress. And it's actually just simple math, but it changes everything. We're talking about the gap between your income and your expenses. But first, we have to talk about the number one enemy of that gap: lifestyle inflation. This is the trap that keeps so many people stuck. You know how it goes. You get a raise, and suddenly there's a new phone, a few more subscriptions, a nicer car, and just like that, you're right back where you started, financially. Let's visualize this. For a lot of us, this is the starting point. Your income comes in, your expenses go out, and what's left over is, well, not a whole lot. You're getting by, but there is zero room to breathe. And then, hey, you get a raise, your income goes up. But look what happens. Almost without thinking, your spending rises up right to meet it. This is lifestyle inflation in action. You're technically earning more, but you're not actually getting ahead, because that gap, your margin for error, is still tiny. But now this is the goal. Your income goes up, but you make a conscious choice to keep your expenses pretty much the same. And all of a sudden, boom, you've created this huge gap. That space right there, that's financial power. And that gap, it isn't just empty space on a chart. It is literally the source code for your financial well-being. It's where your savings come from, it's where your security gets built, and it is absolutely where your freedom begins. Okay, so we know what we need. We need to create a wider gap. The next logical question is, how do we actually do it? Well, that brings us to our third part, the one single habit that makes all the difference. When it comes to saving, there are really only two ways to go about it. The first one is what I call the hope strategy. You earn your money, you spend all month, and you just hope there's something left to save. It almost never works. The second way is the priority strategy, and it is a total game changer. You might have heard it called pay yourself first. The idea is so simple, but it is incredibly powerful. The moment you get paid, the very first thing you do is move a portion of that money to savings, before you pay any bills, before you buy groceries, before anything else. This flips the script entirely. Savings is no longer an afterthought, it's a non-negotiable priority. And honestly, the amount you start with doesn't matter nearly as much as just building the habit itself. Okay, so you've got the mindset, you've got the key habit. The final piece of this puzzle is having a clear path forward, a simple strategy to guide all your decisions from here on out. First, let's get our terms straight. Saving is all about safety. It's about protecting your money. Think of this as your emergency fund. It's cash that's kept safe and easy to get to for all of life's wonderful surprises. This is your financial shield. Investing, on the other hand, is all about growth. This is when you put your money to work for the long haul, taking on a little bit of risk to build real wealth in the future. So if saving is your shield, investing is your financial sword. And listen, the order you do this in is absolutely crucial. You always build your savings first. You build your shield before you start swinging your sword. Why? Because this gives you peace of mind. It protects you from ever having to sell your investments at the worst possible time just to cover a flat tire. And as you get started on this journey, just be on the lookout for these really common traps. First, don't try to do everything at once. You'll just burn out. Second, don't follow random advice you see online. Your situation is unique. Definitely avoid anyone promising quick results. Finance is a slow game. And most importantly, please never, ever feel ashamed to be a beginner. And that really brings us to the biggest takeaway of all. Managing money, it's not some secret you're born knowing, and it is definitely not about getting lucky. It is a skill, and just like any other skill, it's something you can learn, you can practice, and you can absolutely master over time. Once you build that skill, money stops being a source of stress, and it starts being what it's supposed to be, a tool for building the exact life you want. So the only question left is, what is the first small step you're going to take?